Hey guys, it's Ethan and Brandon, and hot off the printing presses, we have probably the greatest news to come out of the MLB, which is everybody's favorite umpire, Angel Hernandez, is leaving the MLB. He is done. He is retiring. He is vamoose out of here. And people are celebrating. People are coming out in droves in the fields to say goodbye to Angel Hernandez.
Yeah, this is it might not sound like a big moment if you're like a very casual baseball fan that an umpire is retiring. They're sort of just sort of in the background, unless they're Angel Hernandez, in which case the game is all about them and they have to make sure that they're the face of whatever they're doing. Yeah, this is a good thing if you're a baseball fan. He was notoriously bad at his job. Ever since Joe West retired a couple years back, I think he's been the undisputed worst umpire in baseball. Maybe you are part of the CB Bucknor hate squad, but regardless, Angel Hernandez is not a good umpire, and he's no longer umpiring, which is just a good thing. People, Cubs fans especially, will remember the Kyle Schwarber ejection when he was with the Phillies a couple years back, when Kyle Schwarber just lost it on Angel Hernandez on a terrible strike three call. Yeah, Cubs fans will also remember beyond the Kyle Schwarber thing, that Angel Hernandez, that is, ejected Steve McMichael, Bears great, after doing the seventh inning stretch and calling him out for being a bad umpire. It's just a lot of very famous and arguably infamous moments in his career.
I made the joke earlier to you. For all of you people who play MLB The Show, Angel Hernandez is like watching like an MLB The Show programmed umpire make calls. I mean, you could watch a ball fly like way past the zone and it's gonna go into the back and he's gonna call it a strike. I don't know how Angel Hernandez got his job. I don't know how he's kept it for 30 years. It's probably something with the umpires union. It's definitely something with the umpires union, not but it's funny because it's all over the news right now. If you just look up Angel Hernandez, it wasn't even that he chose to retire, it's that he took a financial settlement to retire. It's pretty much that the MLB was begging him to leave. And finally, he was like, you know what, I'm done. And again, I don't think there's one person that you could go out into the street and say, you know what, I'm sad that he's leaving.
Yeah, it's look, I umpiring in Major League Baseball is a difficult job. If I went out there, I would not be the world's best umpire. I can admit that. I obviously haven't had the training, but I know that it's a very fast-paced game, especially nowadays with the way pitchers throw, with how fast the action is. So, in that sense, I'll give credit to Angel Hernandez, but as sort of an impassioned thing that I'll say about him, what made Angel Hernandez a problem wasn't that he was so bad at his job. He was, but it wasn't the fact that he was just a bad umpire. It was the fact that the game was about him. He disrespected the integrity of baseball as an umpire by making himself the star of the show. He constantly ejected stars much faster than role player. It felt like he always wanted to be the story. And as a fan, just of baseball in general, not just the Cubs, but it was so frustrating to see someone with such an ego, such a fragile ego out on the field. And there's a reason why robo umpires have been called for in baseball more than any other sport, beyond just the fact that it's probably easiest to do it in baseball. It's because that the umpires in baseball have the shortest fuses. They get involved in the action the most of any sport, and it's very, very frustrating. And having a guy like Angel Hernandez not in the game is a good thing for baseball.
You could see it. Listen, we're not here to completely bash Angel Hernandez. The one thing I will say is, listen, 30 years in anybody's career is great, even if you kind of, I don't want to say ruin the sport, but even if you kind of trash the sport like Angel Hernandez does, congratulations on 30 years to Angel Hernandez. May you enjoy retirement and whatever cash you took out of the MLB. You definitely made the game interesting, but thank God you're gone.